Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Mike. They're going to need some therapy after this.
218, chop.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Ashawn Robinson coming out of the University of Alabama, a big, physical, intimidating force who had to learn to play with more leverage. Otherwise, he's going to get blown off the ball in the NFL. Looks like he's learning his lessons after that play.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jared Davis gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. The Patriots send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fielded just inside the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Lions will take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
56.
Hey, Echo.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Take 4.
Omaha, ready, move. Try 70.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Set, 280.
21, check back 21. Go.
From the 50, it's Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. Open man is Gordon, complete. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
On 1st down, Logan. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now in 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Finds his target, Montgomery. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Recon, 132 fight.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Logan. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Greystone, travel. Regular. Hey, Alpha. Check 26, check 20.
From the 36, Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, they started that drive all the way back at the 1, able to march down, get 3.
It was daunting to begin with, wasn't it? But I thought overall, a very poised and efficient drive to get 3 points.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offensive mover.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
So after the INT, it's Allen eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jared Davis able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Hey, wahoo!
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. That's going to be caught. Give him 30 yards there.
Complete to Philip Dorsett. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd down, it's Logan, and he is in. Touchdown, New England. T.J. Logan, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The 1st down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I liked a little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Baby, that's a baby shot. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, 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 twist. Real right, 22.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
I got you, boy. I got you.
Stafford on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
10, 10.
56. Mike 56. Right there. 56.
Let's go.
Bravo.
56.
Now a first down throw. Stafford throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
32.
56. Mike 56.
Defense wins championships, baby. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Stay 50. Stay 50.
To throw again, Stafford. Making the catch, it's Winfrey. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
A gain of 24 yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10.
56.
Again, it's Stafford. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense.
Hey, Red.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Set. 180.
Mike's 56. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Flush to his right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Coaching still. Alert, alert, alert. Hey, Charlie. We go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run it here with Logan. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Hey, tight.
I got you, son. Kill.
Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. Caught by Montgomery. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, Allen. Dancing to his left. Got some real estate inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Mike's 50. 50. Now watch run.
On second down now, it's Carson. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 3rd down, Carson. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. T.J. Logan with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, look your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Set! Get a 20!
Check back 21.
Yeah.
Zero. Hey, check back 21. Check back 21.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. The extra point up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Alert!
Mike 55.
Small!
You. Check 55. Check.
Operating from the gun. Allen, he's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Allen, going to throw again. Going deep for Montgomery. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And able to find Dorsett. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
55. Wrap it. Hatch it.
Ellen! Shoot! 6-6. Bullet half.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen, that is caught inside the 5. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
52. Hey, box truck.
Now Allen again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Josh Gordon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw again on second down. Stafford. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Check girls.
On first down, Stafford here. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
You ain't got nothing.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. I got you, punk.
Throwing is Stafford. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 12.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I'm coming. Mike 56. Mike 56. Let's go, B. Big Sears right here. We got to step it up. 56 to Mike.
Hey, Red!
Let's go, D.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 43.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
56.
Throwing again. Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 31-yard line. Stafford now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Stafford looks to throw again. Open man is Winfrey. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check 13. Check 13.
Jim.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Omaha, ready to move.
He's coming. We got double up. Check. Fresno.
X3, 218, chopper.
He's checking Craig.
32. Hey, Haywood.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Throwing on 1st down. Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Middle.
56.
Hey, zoom.
56. Hey, tight.
After the sack on 1st down, Stafford complete. It's Johnson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down.
Alert 3, alert 3. Pass 85, pass 85. 55, 55.
To the air, Allen. Flushed out right. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. Still searching for that first interception in this game and down on the scoreboard. Remember, they won last week, and a big reason why they had 3 picks.
And one characteristic I've always noticed about great defenses is that they want to be the ones that have a huge impact on the game and actually lead their teams to victory. So you just noted 3 interceptions last week and they won. And a little extra pressure that they're feeling right now because they haven't gotten those interceptions in this game and they're losing.
Back to the NFL scoreboard for a second, third quarter in Indy. The Jets have just scored, so they've taken the lead in that ball game. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter.
Check, 280.
Check 56.
Hurry.
56. Mike's 56.
59. That's what I do.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stafford. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Mike.
Middle.
Pick it up.
80 weapons.
Check 24. Check 24.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Play action. Now it's Allen. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
56 is the mic.
32.
We taking wins home.
Check.
Big 20. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Oh, here we go.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Hey, exit.
56, Mike, 56.
56 the mic.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. Open man is Galladay, complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
21.
56 the mic. Check 56. I got wide. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
We own them.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And got a man, it's Woods. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal, don't necessarily need a touchdown. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the air again, Stafford. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
180.
56 is the mic. Go.
Hey, 50.
56. Mike, 56. Right.
To throw again, Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up
You got
third
it.
and
You
3.
got it. You got it.
The Lions on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, Echo.
56. Mike's 56. You must be
Throwing again is Stafford. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
0.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Come on, dude.
Hey, Alpha.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Scarborough. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
From just shy of midfield, Allen, that's caught by Montgomery. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Check 55.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3.
56, check 56. Here we go, D.
From the gun, Stafford toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Allen now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, it's Carson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They run with Logan. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. On the carry, it's Logan. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Stafford now to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Set, 280.
21, check my 21. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school. 36, 36.
Mike 7. Hey, Delta.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
Now it's Stafford. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
By Chase Winovich. A big loss on the play. Brings up second down. Today's
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seat.